Very thankful for a more calm board meeting tonight. It's definitely more calm than I've seen in a long while.
Oh, Kaitlin. Richard Detweiler here. This is classic disingenuous gaslighting. Board meetings have actually been calm for months with no demonstrations or protests outside of normal, allowable 3-minute public comments to which you have contributed more than your inflammatory share over the past 4 years.
As I've sat in school board meetings since the fall, I've repeatedly been hearing a call for Micah's resignation, despite acknowledgement and apology.
Again, this is false. There have been no calls for Mr. Formica's resignation for months. Mr. Formica has never apologized to anyone other than his friends and supporters, and only for getting caught with one inappropriate social media post. He has never apologized for or disavowed his other posts that proclaim disdain and disrespect for people and values that local residents of good character cherish.
This includes last meeting that was very contentious, with Mr. Waldenberger calling for censuring.
Calling for censure is not the same as calling for resignation. There are very good reasons for censuring Mr. Formica. A former school board member who is also a retired lawyer published a clear and compelling argument for censure last fall. The other 8 current school board members apparently stand in solidarity with Mr. Formica and his unneighborly, undemocratic, and un-American values. They have not censured him or otherwise expressed disapproval of his values. The call for resignation should be for all 9 board members for their collective disrespect for teachers, immigrants, Spanish speakers, accurate history of American slavery, judges, LGBTQ plus students and neighbors, and diversity, and their support of violence against people with whom they disagree.
Yet when I looked at social media posts from some people calling for his resignation, I was alarmed to find that some of these individuals have said some of the very same things. For example, Mr. Waldenberger himself asking a fellow female in our community how many knobs she had slobbered on. At one point, you get the gist.
More nonsense and obfuscation. What individuals, plural, your words, have you found saying what, quote unquote, very same things? And why do you seem to take so much pleasure in repeating that one old John Waldenberger quote? At any rate, it's irrelevant to the Formica issue since whataboutism isn't an actual argument for anything. It's just an attempt to deflect from a discussion that matters.
So I've also seen slogans in our community calling for character counts.
Yes, character counts is part of an official slogan of the Souderton Area School District and part of the name of the Indian Valley Character Counts Coalition. Do you have a problem with saying that character counts, or are you simply saying and demonstrating that it does not?
Yet 2 members of our progressive community aggressively approached a school board member and her teen daughter after a school board meeting, yelling and harassing them, telling the teenage girl her dad was an a-hole. I guess they thought it was Bill Formica's daughter that came out the back door in the dark that night when it was really another school board member's. The teen girl was so frightened by the men that she was shaking and could barely get in the car to get away from the aggressive behavior.
This is a fabrication and a gross misrepresentation of events that took place after the school board meeting on September the 26th, 2024. You were not present in the back parking lot after the meeting and have absolutely no firsthand knowledge of what took place. I was there, and I'm prepared to provide witness testimony in court if the pending litigation regarding the alleged incident goes to court. That litigation prevents me from saying anything to you or to anyone else about the event until the case is concluded. The school board members who are feeding you the lies that you're repeating in public on their behalf are also legally prohibited from talking about the case. For a first look at an alternate, more accurate account of what took place in the parking lot that night, you might ask them to show you their video record.
In addition, for the first 3 years I attended school board meetings, I found again and again upset from progressives that we were not taxing the rich. Our district had not increased taxes for several years, and progressives were very upset and making accusations that the board members were just protecting millionaires or wealthy in our district, even though everybody benefits from not having taxes increase. Now our school board has increased taxes the last 2 years, and from what I understand, the maximum increase of taxes is due to Josh Shapiro, who no longer allows school districts to receive more funding from the state if they have not maximally increased taxes in their district. The other part, of course, due to inflation that skyrocketed, $2 million for special ed and basic ed, all that went up due to inflation and other increases. So now our board has increased taxes the last 2 years, and progressives again are yelling, how dare you increase in our district, increase taxes in our district. I'm just mind boggled.
Yes, if this nonsensical blather is indicative of what's in or on your mind, I would agree that it is indeed boggled.
It seems that it doesn't really matter if the board does or doesn't increase taxes, it will never suffice. Surely someone on the other side of the aisle will claim that they could do it perfectly.
What aisle are you even talking about? A 9-member one-party board has no aisle.
I just hope that amidst all the attack and harassment, the death threats, the endless right to know requests, and all the things that I'm sure are engulfing your time that have nothing to do with kids in the district and doing what's best for them.
Do you have evidence of attack and harassment, of death threats, or are you just making this up? What's your source that has asked you to complain on their behalf about supposed endless right to know requests? What's your explanation for why local residents, parents, and taxpayers even have to file right to know requests to get answers to basic questions from school district administration and the board? How do you know that the questions people are asking have, as you say, nothing to do with kids and doing what's best for them?
I hope that you guys will find time to prioritize the children over all the drama that seems to be surrounding us at times. And I hope that we can have more meetings like this where we can articulately and respectfully share ideas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kaitlin, you might find it valuable to do some self-reflection about the ways that you have contributed and continue to contribute to all the drama that you seem to find problematic. I've been attending or watching school board meetings for the past 4 years too, and I have to say that I have not yet heard you articulately or respectfully share a single idea that might benefit the children of our district. Your role appears to be not that of mother, neighbor, or caring community member, but rather that of a right-wing political operative who has been working to create divisiveness and to influence our local education system for 4 years for undemocratic ends.